Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's Caitlin from Florals.com and today I have another Pick 5 video. So I picked out this rubber stamp by Unity Stamp Co., this bling set, I picked out a Heidi Swap Color Shine in the color T, and then I picked out a DCWV matte stack in the Trade Winds collection. And then lastly I picked out this Color Box family set. It's like a vintagey paper set with some stickers and stuff. So let's get started with this photo. So I decided to do an 8.5 by 11 layout for this picture because it's a very sentimental picture and I didn't want to overwhelm it with things like you usually do on a 12 by 12. And I also really like this color scheme of this paper pad, so I thought this was a great one to use. So I'm pulling out two papers, I believe, right now. The blue one with the text on it that I'm on right now is going to be the background paper. And then I'm going to cut up the other one that I picked out here using my Fiskars trimmer. So this is after my mom got sick and was really sleepy from getting back out of the hospital. So she was cuddling my cat. And I thought it was a really cute picture. They were both awake for the picture, but it wasn't staged. She just didn't know I was there at the moment, so I thought that was funny. So I'm going to mat the photo onto two pieces of this paper from Trade Winds. And I decide that the papers are starting to blend together, so I pull out my new Tim Holtz Distress ink that my brother got me for Christmas. It's not in, I don't know what brown it is, it's like the tea bag or whatever it's called, that shade. I'm not sure exactly what it's called off the top of my head, but I'm going to ink all of the layers on this layout. I've never done that before. I think it's a great idea though to give more definition between the different layers that you have, so they really stand out. So I'm using that ledger paper off to the right. And I'm using two papers again from the matte stack to mat my photo on top of. And I'm just going to trim those down to size. And voila. I'm going to ink the edges, of course. And about the color box stack that I picked out, it is a perfect stack. It comes with stickers, die cuts, and then just the papers. And I don't know why I don't use it more often because everything coordinates so well together. But it's because it probably has a vintagey feel, and I don't usually do the vintage feel. So I don't really tend to gravitate towards it. But I'm really glad I'm using up some older items in my stash, and this is one of them. So in one of the Facebook groups I'm part of, there's actually a challenge called a bash kit. So you take things from your stash and you're going to bash them. You know what I mean. It goes. You understand now. So this was a part of my bash kit, so I used that paper pad for this layout. So I'm going to glue onto this section of that paper now. I'm really bad at making straight layers. I don't know why. It's just something I'm not good at. If you guys enjoy these extra videos during the week, let me know down in the comments below, because I would love to film more. I'm going to have a very busy semester, so I'm going to work on the lighting in my college apartment to see if I can get it better so I can actually film at night if I need to, because that's going to be my main problem, I think, is that having time to film during the day, because I have mostly Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes, so we'll see how that goes. I used this border die cut piece from the paper pad, and then another piece I pulled out there. I'm just pulling out all sorts of pieces. This is an amazing paper pad. I don't know why I don't use it more often, but I really like it. They even have little frames and little word pieces. And now I'm just looking at the sticker sheet, of course. Okay, so now I'm going to start gluing everything down. And in case you're wondering where I got this paper stack with all the stickers and stuff, it's actually from Walmart. It's quite old, so I don't think you'd be able to find it now, but I'm sure they still have things like this, maybe in different color schemes. So I inked up even this border edge. It was kind of hard because it had like a picket on one side, so that looks a little funny with the inked edges, but I really liked how it turned out anyway. I don't know why I don't ink my edges before. It just seemed like a lot of hassle for a normal layout to do that on, but I wanted to see if I also wanted to use this color elsewhere on this layout, but I didn't like how it looked on the blue. But looking back at it now, it doesn't look bad at all, so I could have, but that's okay. And another thing about this paper pad is these papers are very thin, so don't expect too much from them. They're very cheaply made. Like this paper pad was like $2, I think I paid for it. So don't expect way too high quality from them. Now I'm getting out my Heidi Swapp Color Shine in the color T. I'm going to sprinkle this all about the paper lightly. It's it looks very dark in the bottle, but it dries a little bit, I would say in a coppery shimmer. That's the color I would call it. I wanted to include a tag on this layout, but I couldn't get it to work, so I didn't. I think I'll end up actually putting the journaling on the back, maybe. I'm looking through my embellishment container here, seeing if there's anything else that I want to use, any other tags that I could use. I really needed like a cream tag, but my cream tags were too cream, and then the vanilla tags didn't work either. So I'm just going to do some Heidi Swapp Color Shine all over. Just some nice little glitz onto the paper. And then I'm going to dab all the mess that I just made. And pick up some of the bigger circles. I realized with thinner paper that the Heidi Swapp Color Shine tends to not form perfect circles instead. It just kind of splotches out. And that tends to be a problem. So if you blot it fast enough, it won't do that nearly as much. So there's a good tip for you. And now I pulled out this beautiful wood veneer dove, which I thought was very symbolic of peace and all that nonsense. But also next to the little square piece that I put there says strength. So I thought that was very fitting. And now I'm looking for another wood veneer piece to include, so it's not just the one piece, so it makes it more cohesive of a layout. And at this point, I know I want to use this stamp, but I don't know what color ink to use. I haven't used the stamp yet, and it says Celebrate Everyday Things. Again, it's by Unity Stamp Co. They have great sales on their stamps. I believe I got this one for like 60 cents maybe, and they have really reasonable shipping, so be sure to go check them out. I'll probably have a link for them down in the description, and if I don't, there will definitely be a link over on my blog. And you just saw me almost destroy everything with that ink pad. But this is the Color Box Chalk ink pad, and I believe this is the Chestnut Roan color. Sorry for the phone ringing. So this is the color Chestnut Roan, but I believe I end up going with this color, but I just can't stamp it straight, which is always my problem. So I finally got it after stamping it a million times, or what felt like a million times. So now I'm just going to trim this down, and I'm going to slip it underneath my photo cluster on the top right. So that'll be good. I'm trying to figure out which way I want the dove to face. I end up going the way it was. So I also trimmed down this piece at the end there. And I will ink up the edges, as I've done with all the other ones. All the other pieces, that is. And I'll lightly ink the edges. So it'll go there. And at this point, I already have a title in mind. I'm not sure what I'm going to make it out of or anything, but I know what I want it to be, and you can tell by the title of this video what it'll be. But this title just kind of came to me because I was looking at the photo, and I've wanted to scrapbook it for a while, and it just came to me. So that's where the title came from. I thought it was very fitting. And then I almost glued everything upside down on the photo because I wasn't paying attention, which is quite surprising. And with thin papers like this, if you mess up where you glue them down, they're not very forgiving. They'll rip very easily, I have found. And I'm gluing down all of the other bits and pieces, the wood veneer, the stickers, and the die cuts. So I'm just putting some glue on the back of all of those. And now this layout's embellishing is practically complete. I still have to add all of the bling, of course. And that was fairly easy because this is like a cluster of bling in which it actually is easier to cut apart. They're not individual. So I thought this was easier because there's light and dark pieces within the clusters. So when I cut them apart, there's combos already made that are varying sizes. They really go well together, which you'll see in the close-up photos at the end. So now I'm trying to decide which alphabets to use. I pull out these basic gray ones, and I'm not liking the color so much because they're a little more gray than they are brown. But I end up going with a gray. I end up using these stickers. I'm not sure the font. I believe it's called, it's one of their basic fonts. I'm not sure, but I'm going to start writing out the word Cuddles as straight as I can. And luckily there's a pattern on the back of this that's fairly straight, so I followed that. I think I ended up using all of my S's for this, but that's okay. Used up my last S. I always hate when I run out of S's and T's and all of the letters basically, because I always need more. And then I end up using these beautiful little, like, they're like that font, Courier New. It's like that font, but in a little bubble circle. So I thought that was very cute to use on this layout. So the title is If Cuddles Could Cure, and I thought that was a very cute but powerful title for this layout. And so once I have that all down, this layout is complete. I'll add a few more bling, but that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to give this a thumbs up, and if you'd like, please subscribe, and I'll be posting more videos, at least one every week. Be sure to check out my blog for more details, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching!